and my tail light was busted, and the highwayman stopped me, and he said, "What you doing with that tail light busted? You can't tell whether you're going or coming." And I told him, he said, "Get that tail light fixed." And I said, "Yes, sir." And my runner was Sonny Green. Sonny Green said, "Okay." He said, "What's the matter with you, boy? You can't say yes, sir." And Sonny Green said, "Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir." You know, you had to look up to him. You had to look up to the white people. But civil rights changed all of that. You got down there now. You got to do it like you do up here.
Did the man say anything to you?
Huh?
Did the man say anything to you?
Did what?
The man who stopped you, did he say anything to you?
He didn't just told me to get that tail light fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Said you can't tell where you're going or coming. He didn't give me no ticket or nothing. He just warned me to get that tail light fixed. And he said, "Get that tail light fixed. Can't tell where you're going or coming." And I said, "Yes, sir." And Sonny Green said, "Okay." He said, "What's the matter with you, boy? You can't say yes, sir." And Sonny Green said, "Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir."
What would have happened had Sonny Green not said yes, sir?
Well, hard for me to say. I don't guess he would have jumped on him or nothing, but you know, but he was giving him a warning.
Mm-hmm.
He was giving him a warning.
What was it like growing up in segregation days, Dad?
Well, like I said, it was like you got to be afraid of them. Cause if you do something, like if you like you remember that story about Emmett Williams? It's a true story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he hollered at a white girl and they lynched him. They had a lynching mob called Ku Klux Klan. I think they still got the lynching mob, but they got to go by the law now.
Mm-hmm.
They can't just go lynching people for little or nothing. Things changed a lot since then, you know.
Was anybody lynched when you grew up in the area you grew up?
That Emmett Williams.
Emmett Till was lynched in Mississippi.
Yeah.
You were in South Carolina. Was anybody lynched in the area you lived in?
Yeah. I was down there in the country, and we look in the newspaper, and they said, and my brother-in-law said, "Oh, your way they lynched the guy and took him and hung him around a trailer and drug him around a 40-foot field till he was dead." It was a mess down there, man, down there. It was bad. But now, then with the story I told Sala, I said, this country come from a long ways, come from slave. This country was under slave, you know, back in the beginning. Come from slave, segregation, and now it's in civil rights, where you got a voice. Now, you can talk up to the white man now, where you couldn't do it then.
Dad, is one of the reasons you came up north to leave segregation?
No, I come up here because of more industrial manufacturing job and all. Like I said, I work at the Kills Wheel Company used to make wheel cars. I worked there till I retired.
The reason that I asked you, Dad, is because you're a proud man. And I wonder if you had stayed in the South, if your pride might have got you in trouble.
Well, I have been up against them for a lot of time, you know, for things due to segregation, like the highwayman. Some of them kind of, if they know you're good, they'll help you, they'll like you. And this rural police, he knowed us good, and my mother-in-law used to bootleg whiskey, and they would come and raid her house, and this rural police would warn her about it so she could move things out of the way, because he liked it. He liked it, my mother-in-law and her boys. And she would take them and hide them, and they would come and raid her place, around her place, didn't find nothing.
But you said you did have some run-ins?
Huh?
You said you did have some run-ins in terms of segregation?
Oh yeah, yeah. One time, when he stopped me, I had lose my driver's license in a warehouse where I was working, and it had a driving license, then had a little metal 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 that you carry around with you, like a dog tag, would hang on a dog tag. And the rural police stopped me after I lost it, and he asked me, said, why you driving without a driving license? I said, well, I lost it, and I just went down to get one there. He said, well, go down to the police station and tell the police give you a driving license. And I was dumb and didn't know how to go about it. And I went down there and I told them, I said, and them with segregation police, I said, Charlie Manning stopped me for the driving license, told me to come, and I lost it, and told me to come down there and get the driving license. He said, and that to keep you from, he said, that to keep you from going through the driving test, you had to go through a driving test to get it. I said, well, yeah. He said, well, I ain't gonna give you no driving license. You got to go through that driving test. And it was in summer. The screen door had a pull chain. When you open it, it just, and turn it loose, it just clapped. And I look at him, I said, well, it don't make me no difference. And I opened the screen door and the screen door clapped. And Sam Nixon and them, what took me there, were looking. And he come out, he said, come here, boy. And I turned around and went. Sam them looking at it, they were scared because they thought he could jump on me. And he said, if you know, he said, no, the only thing, oh yeah, I said, you know the only thing kept me flapping your goddamn head off, he said, because that lady was in there. He said, now one word out you and I'll slap your goddamn head off. That's how he said it. I'm just saying how he said it, you know. And I went back there and Sam was getting scared, thought he was going to jump on me, because he could have jumped on me and said I was resisting arrest. And I said, he was talking about slapping my damn head off because I talked smart to him. Yeah, and that's how it was down there, but it's different down there now. Mm-hmm. The civil rights changed it all. You can go down there now, and you can marry a white girl down there now. You know, and at that time, they catch you with one, they would lynch you. So things done changed up from that, and that reminded me what my mother, I was taught about that. My mother told us, my mother and my father was great evangelists. My mother said, children, said, the Bible said, for the end of time, the bottom rail gonna relieve the bottom and come up to the top. And now we got a black president. And at that time, you didn't see no blacks in the White House. Wasn't no black in the White House. Only black was in the White House during that time was Senator Diggs got them funeral homes.
Oh, Charles Diggs.
Yeah, Charles Diggs. He used to come on the air and at night and said, it's in advertising his business. He said, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. Mm-hmm. And that he must be advertising his funeral. Man, he still got them funeral home. I mean. So.
Oh no, he's dead.
Huh?
There are no more Diggs funeral homes. He died.
Senator, he died?
Yeah. Charlie Diggs died.
I didn't know he died.
Dad, even though a lot of progress has been made, even though a lot of progress has been made, your remembering things like this helps us know how far we've come. So I want to thank you for allowing me to record your memories.
Oh yeah.
Because you help us understand how much progress we've made.
I know a lot about the old time.
Dad, thank you for because you allowed me to take this. Now a lot of other people are going to know about the old time, so thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad I could enlighten you on it. And I used to go to Lang done passed now, and talk about old time. And when I get ready to go, he would hate for me to leave. Bubba, what you leaving for? You ain't got nothing to do. I said, well, I'm gonna get home for night. Yeah, but he done passed on now, you know.
Well, you know,
he had lived to be 103 though.
You know, Dad, you're doing me a favor because some of the things that Lang shared with you, you share with me. So you're carrying on Lang's story, and because you're telling me these stories, I'm honored to help carry on your story.
Oh, is that so?
That's so.
Good.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, son.